Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and here we are, Saturday happenings, but it's not Saturday, it's Sunday, because yesterday I had to just do a Saturday check-in. Let's see what date it is. I think it's the 19th. Yeah, I had to do a Saturday check-in yesterday because I had to drive over to do our workshop. It was so much fun. If you watched that, I told you a little bit about it in yesterday's video. But today is Saturday happenings on Sunday. So I have my list, what I did last week, answering some questions, what I'm going to do this week, and what's already posted for next week. Woo, it's been good. So yesterday, let me tell you a little bit about that. So we had our workshop yesterday, and it was the Preserving Meats workshop. So much fun, super lots of interest. There was a full house. It was cool. But we started off with doing canning chicken, just like I've just recently done a bunch of videos on that. So we did canning raw pack chicken breasts, so we canned that, and because it takes so long, we start off, and there was a lot of people who've never done any canning, and you know I love those people, because it's just fun to get them into it. So anyway, we started off by explaining the process because it takes so long. The first thing they did was fill the jars. So we had to be really, really conscientious at the tables to explain what you're doing, because I actually was working a table with 6 people who had never canned anything. So it was really cool because I got to explain all the things that are important, you know, the headspace and proper packing and debubbling, and how, you know, you debubble, especially if there's liquid, and then showing them how to make sure that the chicken was packed in there so there weren't big air gaps in between the pieces, and the processing, putting the lids on correctly, talked about the rings, how to wipe the jars off. Is really cool. So, and the coolest part was, at the end of that, there were people that drove like 100 miles to come over here and take the workshop, and they said they're coming back for more workshops, which is fun. But it was just really fun, and we had, so I wrote it down because I don't want to forget. It was a packed workshop. So we started off with canning meat, and we did chicken, and then we talked about all the different types of meat, wild game, poultry, pork, beef, all that stuff. And I actually brought some jars, and a couple of the other my foodie friends, they brought jars of other meats and meat products that they had done, and so it was really a lot of interest, which was cool. And then let me see what else we did. Canned chicken. I had my table with newbies, and then it was good because we had some tables of people who'd never done it before, and then tables of people who are kind of comfortable with it, and then tables of people who had canned lots of stuff, like they were seasoned canners. But why would they come to the workshop if they think, you know, are we just canning chicken? No. We also had one of our food preservers actually is like so good with smoking and stuff. He makes sausage, he makes bacon, all that stuff. So we actually showed, well, one showed proper cutting of a chicken. Like she had a whole chicken and she showed how to cut it down so that you get absolutely the best pieces and the most use with least amount of waste possible. So she did that. That was very cool. We also had talking about bacon, curing, smoking. It was awesome. Oh, jerky making with ground beef. Like, there were so many good things that happened in the workshop yesterday. It was really fun. So I love those. So that was that. So then, that's what I did yesterday. That's what kept me from doing my Saturday Happenings video first thing. But here we are today. So let me talk about the videos from last week. The videos were fun. So last week, Fermented February. You gotta love it. Fermented February is like a super cool collaboration. So many really good fermented foods. Just very cool. I love Fermented February. I'm just bummed it only happens once a year. So if Fermented February is cool, if you didn't get an opportunity, go check out my video on last Sunday, a week ago. Mine was about limes. I did fermenting limes, and I also already have some preserved lemons, so I used those in a really simple recipe. But oh my gosh, so many really good comments and suggestions about how to use the limes. Like, so many people had some great ideas, and one of them sticks with me for sure. I'm definitely going to try to do it. Using the limes in like a Mexican rice. That sounds really good. And then I was thinking about using the limes in like a Mexican rice, and then do like a pork and do like a burrito with the rice and pork. It just sounds like it's going to be so good. So that's up here. Okay, so we're going to do that. So that was cool. I did my cinnamon milk. I'm out. Actually, no. I probably have 2 cups worth left. I need to make some more of that. I just really love it when, you know, when I have it before I go to bed at night. Sometimes I'll have tea that's got chamomile. We went to Roseburg Friday, and I went to, there's an herb store there, and I got dried chamomile, I got dried ginkgo, and what else did I get? Ginkgo, chamomile. I got like four or five different things. But last night and the night before, I made a tea with the ginkgo and the chamomile and some peppermint and a little bit of stevia for sweetness. It was really good, and I'm going to tell you what, I slept so well. So anyway, that's good. But sometimes I like to drink my cinnamon milk, and it's super good, super soothing, relaxing. But some good comments, you know, I like to add the vanilla, and a couple people said, why not go ahead and add the powdered vanilla in there? Then all you need is hot water. Such a smart idea. So the next time I'm gonna get me some powdered vanilla powder, and I'm gonna add that and make it, and then that way I just scoop it out and put some water. That stuff's good. I love it. The other one was the oven door. Like, so many people know how to do that, and so many people are like, what? I didn't know you could do that. It's just kind of cool. I love little tricks like that in the kitchen. But you know why that's a good thing to know? Because if you can remove your oven door when you're cleaning your oven or you have a big spill, you don't have to lean down over your door to get in there to wipe things out. So being able to pull your door off is actually really handy sometimes. So, and also, you know, when you open it, if you get a spill that's like where the front of and where the door opens, this little bit right here that's between the base of the door and the front of your stove, it's hard to get in there and clean it. Well, if you can pull your door off, you can wipe the bottom of the door and the front of that too. So that's cool. So I did the little removing of the door video. Let me see what else. Chicken thighs. On Friday, gotta put my glasses on for this. I wrote a couple of the questions. So on Friday, I did chicken thighs, and the reason that I did that video was because when I did the chicken breast, so many people said, well, can you do dark meat too? Which was interesting because yesterday, that was one of the questions. And it seems like I don't think about it, and I think people that are just seasoned canners don't think about it because we just know. And it'll say in the instructions poultry. But it doesn't say light or dark meat. So, so I think it was important. So I did the video on canning the chicken thighs and the difference. And honestly, you know, there's a little bit more fat on the chicken thighs, so it makes a little richer of a broth. And someone asked me, in fact, I just answered that this morning, if it dries, if the thighs dry out, like sometimes people feel that canned chicken, which one reason why I like raw pack, I feel like the stuff that's kind of pre-cooked a little, shreds a little bit more dry. Raw pack isn't as dry. But the thighs are not even as dry as, they're even, like, they have more moist. But I did thighs, and then I still have a bunch, so I did some, I didn't do a video of it because you guys have seen me do both of them, but I also did some that I like to mix, thighs and breast, and it gives just a richer broth and a little bit of a richer, more chickeny flavor. So I did that too, but I was really interested in how many people asked, can you do dark meat? Can I do thighs too? So I thought I would do that video. And then yesterday at the workshop, that was a specific thing. Can we do chicken thighs too? So yeah, I didn't think of that. But I'm glad you guys liked that video. It seemed a lot of questions. And yesterday it was common question. The only thing that's different with poultry, so you can do white or light and dark meat, like boneless. You can do that. And it will be the time, like for mine it was like 75 minutes for a pint. But if you have bones in them, check your time. I'm not going to say this is it because I always check my time, but I believe it's like 65 minutes if it's got bones. But check for sure. I'm not telling you how many minutes. It's less because the bones, chicken bones are like little straws. You know, they're hollow. And so when they're in the meat, they create less density. So if you're going to can, the only thing that's different, not between light and dark meat, but between boned in and boneless meat, there is where a time change or anything that would be different is. So yesterday, one of the gals showed, you know, the cutting of the chicken, and then she also showed how to put that in the jar. So she had chicken thigh, chicken, thigh, leg, wing, breast, and they all went in the jar. And you can strategically get those in there, but they have bones, so they would process less regardless of the fact that there was a breast and a thigh. Okay? And also when you do a solid boneless, it's like big chunks. So those are all like the same size, same density. So you can have a breast that has all those little bones in it and a thigh that, or leg that just has the one bone. And between them, if you take the meat, it's still about the same like density. So that's the only difference. Boneless versus boned, but not light versus dark, or the combination of the two. So there's that. And if you guys have any questions when you're doing it, let me know. So next week, I already have videos. Man, I've been really digging it. Like when I worked, I would come home at night and do my videos, and I would always have to plan out, oh, I got to get this done because I've got a collaboration. I am on it with making videos right now. I have made videos clear into March because I've got I only have one left to do for the Make It March collaboration from Lisa over at Sutton's Days, because she did January, and then March is going to be like, what do you do with the canned food now? I do have to do my pie because I'm doing the pies of March, and I do have to do my shelf stable, but I've already got an idea for that. So those, but I've already got videos into March. I've already got videos all the way to the end of February. But for next week, Monday, I wanted to review canning jars. So there's a lot of different variety in canning jars, and there's different ways to use them. Some of them you can freeze in, some of them it's not suggested, just stuff like that. So Monday is all about jars, which is funny because yesterday, one of the things I did, I worked the table, but I also helped do the equipment presentation, and I got to talk about jars. I didn't even think about it because I already done a video, so that was cool. And then I think I showed you guys I wanted to do these unpapered towels. You know, that's a big thing. People wanting to use these recyclable things. And I had a perfect piece of fabric to make a whole bunch of unpapered towels. And I still have a duplicate of that piece of fabric. So I made, coming up is just unpapered towels, super simple. But I have to tell you, I rolled them on a roll, and you'll see how I did that. Since I've had those on the roll, the paper towel roll in my kitchen, when I made those, which I don't even remember what, it's been like, I don't know, I made those maybe 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I posted the video for next week. But I like that you can schedule them out because you got, like, it's great. Anyway, so Zyla, babysitting our son's dog. No, it's a good girl. Anyway, so since I have made those unpapered towels, I'm still on the same roll of regular paper towels, because what the difference is, like, I won't use them if I'm like thawing meat out. Like when I was thawing all the chicken out, I'll put paper towels down because I don't want to get like the blood all over, you know, this stuff. So I'll use those for things like that or something that way. But in general, for kitchen counter wiping, putting my toast on when I make it, you know, that kind of stuff. When my canning, I'll just use that to wipe the top of the rims because those can all be re-washed and reused. I have saved a ton. Like, I'm still on one roll of paper towels. So it's worth watching. So I did the unpapered towels. Then the other thing is we had an outing last week where we went out. We went to the Oregon Coast Aquarium, which was amazing. And I just love that. So I did a video of that. But I still have other videos that I want to make for next week. I think I showed you guys one of the things I'm working on. Okay, let me look. This week, make more videos. I got to do my collaborations, Make It March. I love collaborations. I got to do my shelf stable, pies in March. The other thing is, because Easter's coming up, and I saw this and I thought I want to do this, so I'll show you what I got here. I even have these little homemade tabs now. So cute. I don't think I'll put these on all of them. But I want to make these and I want to do a video, and you can go online and find these everywhere. But I'm going to try to use my Cricut to cut the eggs, but if you don't have a Cricut, you can cut them. So what this is, the price of eggs, right? Who wants to dye all those eggs and put them out there and have all, number one, have all the deviled eggs or all the hard-boiled eggs, which is probably good for me because I'm trying to cut back on carbs, so those are good. But if you just want to do an egg hiding thing, look at this. Isn't this cute? So see, you're going to take, do you have a piece of candy? Let me put, yeah, I got a piece of candy here. Let's say, let's say you have the little piece of candy. Look at this. You can stuff these little fabric eggs. And then there is a little Easter egg that you can hide, and then you can reuse them. Cute, right? So today, I'm cleaning my house, and then I'm going to come in, and I want to make a bunch of these to send down to my daughter's shop, which a couple people asked me for her link, and I can put that in there. Once I get these sent, she doesn't have any of these, and I just give them to her to support her shop. I just make them because I have all the stuff, and then this just gives her a little extra support. So she's amazing. You should see the work she does. Like, she does alterations to, I think I told you, like, she even does neoprene diving suits. I've seen her repair those kind of things. Incredible. Knitting. If you have knitting that's becoming unraveled, like, she can re-knit it. It's just mind-blowing. But she has this cute little retail corner that's got handmade, homemade things. So I'm doing that. So I'm going to get that done today. I'm also going to finish the vegetable bags. Here, I've made one. I think I showed you last week. So I'm going to make a bunch of those and send those down to her. So that's my thing. I'm going to clean my house. I got to do that. I'm going to clean the house, I'm going to make lunch, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the day in here. Another thing I want to do, people have asked, is if I will do the essential oils of my cleaning products, which I would, but not today, because my essential oil table, I don't use it every single day like I pretty much do this area. So it kind of becomes a catch-all. So I need to clean it off. So I'm going to get it cleaned off, and then over the week probably I'll do a couple more of the essential oil videos, because you know I love those. And I think that that's it for me today. Look, I got this super cute fabric though for the little Easter eggs. Oh, look, won't that be cute? I'm going to make all the little Easter eggs, and I think I'll put them together in a little package of 6, so you can buy 2 and have a dozen. Isn't that cute? All right, that's what I'm doing today. I'm cleaning, and then I'm crafting all the things. Oh, let me show you. I'll show you what else I made for her. So if you're a knitter or a crocheter, and you know you have space, placeholders, where are they? Like that hold, oh here, that hold the place when you're knitting or crocheting. Okay, so I made these 2, and I'll sit down in the evening and I'll make some more of these. These are for you to hold your spot when you're knitting and crocheting. And I gotta make Christmas ones. I've got some little ducky ones. I've got, these are cute. Okay, I'm gonna show you the ducky ones. I even have them in a little thing. So see these are for your knitting, to put on your little placeholders. And there's 5 of them on a set. So those are the little duckies. And then here's some of the butterflies. And so she also used to work in a store, a fabric store, and she taught knitting classes. So she's going to ask, look at those, if people want those, so that she can put those in her little shop. And these are placeholders for, isn't that cute, for your knitting. So there's that. That's what I'm going to do. I'll sit down this evening. I've got all of these little charms to put together for it. So I will sit down this evening and make the knitting things, but today I'm going to do all of the sewing things. Then I'm just going to put a big care package and send to her, and then I'll let you guys know. What else did I want to make? Oh, I wanted to make keychains, you know, the fabric keychain things. I don't know, just busy, always doing something. So that's it for me. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Sunday. And it's President's Day weekend, so it's a long weekend. So if you've got it off from work, I hope you do something super fun. I'm going to have a super fun day as soon as I go clean. So let me clean my house. I'm making sure that I clean my house before I start any other projects today. And there's that. There's that for me. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.